There wasn't a show last week. Yeah, sorry about that, but to make it up to you, here's what you missed. Flames of War Winter War Soviets, new Fate of a Nation supplement for Flames of War covering the 6-Day War, new Golden Age of Sail game made by the guy who made Risk Legacy, a freaking Mega Man board game, and Bolt Action Gurkhas. Alright, now that that's out of the way, it's time for your weekly news roundup. Yes, it is October 4th, 2013, and dear God, it's already October. First up is the biggest news of the week, and I really don't feel like I should have to tell anybody this, but I'm going to cover it anyway because I pride myself in slight professionalism. Reaper's Bones 2 Kickstarter launched this week, and within 12 hours they already made over $1 million. Seriously, it's like every time these guys have a Kickstarter, every D&D player on the planet just empties their bank accounts into them. This new round of Bones models includes many more from Reaper's already impressive lineup of miniatures, including the insanely awesome dragons that we all know and love them for. Once again, Reaper is offering crazy good deals to their backers, and with over 3 weeks still left in the campaign, you can bet they're going to hit more stretch goals and unlock more awesome miniatures for all of you who are pledging. Be sure to check the links below and head over to their Kickstarter page if you somehow haven't already done that this week. GCT Studios is showing off a new model for their Bushido game this week. This time it's for the Ito clan, a really cool looking range with a bunch of snake people in it, Masunagi Ito. This behemoth of a samurai looks pretty beefy, what with his armor and his massive two-handed sword, and it looks like the Ito clan is getting another big bruiser model to lay the hurt down on their enemies. Be sure to follow the links below to GCT's website and check this guy out in more detail, along with the rest of the fantastic range of miniatures for Bushido. And while you're there, don't forget to check out their free quick start PDF rules for the game. If there's two things I'm a fan of, it's history and fiction, and I love myself a good alternate history setting. Unfortunately, the world of miniatures gaming has been pretty devoid of anything outside of alternate World War II. Well, Ghost Train Games is changing that and giving the American Civil War a little alternate love, and isn't that an odd saying, with their ACW 1861 game. This week they showed off the green for their Freemason Alchemist Rifleman, and this guy looks really, really cool. So far, all the greens that Ghost Train has showed off have looked really cool and have a lot of character and some really interesting steampunk magic-y designs mixed in with Civil War aesthetics. Ghost Train have already announced they'll be launching the Kickstarter sometime in the near future, so be sure to keep it here for more news on that, as well as closer looks at some of the miniatures after they've hit their first production run. Be sure to check the link below to go over to their website and check out not only the new green for the Alchemist Rifleman, but many, many more for this insanely promising looking game. Sally Forth, that's fourth as in the number 4, have launched a line of new 10mm pre-painted medieval terrain, which is not only perfect for you historical gamers out there, but also it's being aimed specifically towards players of War Master. These new castles and keeps not only look super impressive, but they are guaranteed to add some life and some flavor to your gaming tables. The buildings are designed to fit the stands that War Master miniatures come on, but it's very feasible to use them for any 10mm medieval game. Check out the link below for more information on these awesome looking buildings, and dust off your War Master armies and prepare once again to take the fields of battle. On the Lam Games have put up pre-orders for their newest faction for their Brushfire game. This time it's the Cult of Exomorphism. These fiendish looking bugs look to be a real threat to the powers that be, and considering they're pretty big, I certainly wouldn't want to encounter any of them in anywhere dark. Currently up on their site are the Cultist, the Legion, the Queen, the Troll, the Will-O-Wisp, and an army pack containing over 20 miniatures. Follow the link below to head over to On the Lamb's website and be sure to get your grubby little hands on these skiddly little baddies. Our friends at Warlord Games continue to churn out new models for their Bolt Action line, and sometimes I think they just want to be on the show every single week. This week they put up 2 new sets for their Imperial Japanese Army, the Tank Hunters and the Fort Observer team. The Tank Hunter set comes with 4 metal miniatures comprising a 2-man anti-tank rifle team and 2 suicide bombers, who basically run up to tanks, blow a big hole in them, and then aren't able to repeat the process. The new Fort Observer pack contains 3 metal miniatures and allows Japanese players to have the option now to call in heavy artillery or spot for aerial strafing runs against their foes. As always, check the link below to head over to Warlord's website, assemble your forces, and prepare to fight for the glory of the Empire. And closing out this week's show, we have a bunch of new releases from Dark Age Games. This new wave of releases not only gives us the 2013 core rulebook, but also gives us the newest expansion book for the game, Conflagration. This new book introduces new units to the existing armies, brings the Kukulkani, a race of Mayan-looking aliens hell-bent on sacrificing everything to their masters, to the fray, and introduces 2 new sub-factions. The Outcasts get the new Slavers of Chains Barrow sub-faction, while the Dragiri get the long-awaited Firecast. Dark Age has also released a bunch of new miniatures for the game, including several of the Firecast models, and some new models for the core, including the absurdly brutal-looking Legionary. Follow the link below to head over and check out more models for this fantastic game, as well as checking out Dark Age's set download section, where you can get the core rules and the stat cards for the various armies. And don't forget to keep it here for more news from Dark Age games, as more models are introduced to join the armies of the apocalypse. And that just about does it for this week's show. I want to thank everybody once again for tuning in. Don't forget you can leave comments below letting us know how we're doing, suggesting stories we may have missed, or anything else you really just want to say. As always, be sure to keep it here to our YouTube channel for more news from BTP, and also be sure to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter for more news from the company and from around the gaming industry. So that's it for this week. I'm Spencer. Thanks for watching. Yes, I did have fun on vacation, and I will see you guys next week.